welcome to HITC Sport. I'm sorry, was that not the way to greet 14-year-olds? Anyway, Mother's Day has been and gone. I hope you all spoiled the women who forgot the pill and brought you into this world. Did you just call all your subscribers accidents? Mother's Day has been and gone. I hope you all spoiled the women who strategically and carefully planned out your births from day one. I myself bought mine a nice big book of scarves. She hasn't spoken to me since. Anyway lads, there was a lot to talk about in the Premier League this week. Oh god, I'm gonna have fun with this. But I know how annoying it is to do a subscriber reminder at the start of the video.
Right, hello!
But we are really close to hitting 100k. So if you're new around here and you hit the subscribe button, it would be really much appreciated. Anyway, here we go. Me thinking Green Street was just a movie. Lads, what the happened against Burnley at the weekend? Here was the scenario. West Ham supporters all piled into the London Stadium, you know, the soulless goldfish bowl, which they've reluctantly been forced to call home since they've effectively been evicted from the previous one. So Burnley go 1-0 up thanks to a nice strike from Ashley Barnes, and then a West Ham fan comes charging onto the pitch. And even more farcically, Mark Noble rugby tackles him. I mean, a bit too late for that, Mark. You already lost the Six Nations. Then two more people come on, and they have to be shepherded off by the players. It's like back when you live on a farm and you end up having to chase a couple of cows out of your field.
Oh Jesus, cut your hair! I won't notice you. What's that gonna achieve?
Imagine that, having to walk up all those stairs with a few hundred people shouting abuse at you. I mean, at least mine is only in the comment section below, and whenever I open the front door of my house. Oh hey man, what's up?
Why are you wearing that f***ing scarf?
It's almost like that scene in Game of Thrones, getting walked down the marble steps, getting spat at and shouted, shame, shame. Yeah, too right, shame, running onto the pitch. What was that actually going to achieve, lads? Do you think Mark Noble and the boys like losing to Burnley, a team who could barely win a sneeze away from home last season? Do you think they like being in a relegation battle in mid-March? Well, I mean, Kuyate and Antonio probably don't give a shit. But the likes of Noble, Arnautovic, I mean, come on. And then it goes to 2-0 and really kicks off. Hundreds of fans leave their seats, but they don't care about the game. They don't go home either. No, instead they stand in front of the owner shouting abuse. Someone even chucked a coin at David Sullivan. I don't know what the point was. I mean, you just made your owner a penny richer, so kind of defeats the purpose. Then another lad runs onto the pitch, steals a corner flag. Does this man think he's making some kind of political statement? Because the reality is he just looks like he's on day release from Jeremy Kyle's basement. At this stage I was just waiting for Elijah Wood to run onto the pitch and start throwing digs. Can I just say, by the way, or is this football sacrilege? Am I the only one to have found that movie to be a big bag of cat piss? Whoever cast that film, Jesus Christ. Am I supposed to take the main character seriously? 2 years after I watched him and some fat hobbit drag a ring across Middle Earth? And don't even get me started on Charlie Hunnam's ridiculous accent.
Oh, f*** off, you're having a bubble.
Not sure why he was trying to impersonate a Manchester United fan. Was there even security? I mean, for f***'s sake, this is a Premier League game. I mean, we probably should have realised there was none when a teenager climbed into the actual stadium overnight and started doing somersaults on the pitch. I mean, in the modern day we live in, I mean, it's like moving into a new mansion and just leaving the front door wide open. When you have Manuel Lanzini, a man who looks like he could pass for a 14-year-old, better bring the face cloth next time you go on Monday Night Football, trying to get 50-year-old men with beer kegs for bellies off the pitch, you know the steward's f***ed up somewhere. This was the day West Ham died. This is what I've been hearing, basically. Listen, I get it, alright? You don't like your owners. Fair, it's fair. When you have Birmingham City fans being smug about the whole situation, you know it's pretty bad. This was what was written on David Gold's Twitter a few weeks back. Our Premier League match against Burnley at the London Stadium on March 10th will be dedicated to Bobby Moore's memory, with members of the family and the 1964 FA Cup and 1965 European Cup Winners' Cup team, Winners' Cup winning teams joining us at London Stadium to mark the occasion. And lads, this is like watching a night out gone wrong on Snapchat and realising that your extended elderly family had been there to witness you fighting a bouncer and getting sick on a dog's face. I mean, I assume I don't have the snappity chat. I prefer to communicate with people the old-fashioned way, using my face and my words. Lad, calm down, you're literally stuck in a room on your own talking into a camera. To be fair to Moore, great name by the way, it might have been a nice little throwback to when the England fans invaded the pitch after Jeff Hurst's last goal against Germany in '66. Except back then, England fans were kind of, you know, rushing on to celebrate with their national heroes, as opposed to wielding the quarter flag like the sword of Damocles. If you need evidence of Gold and Sullivan's mismanagement of a football club, look at Birmingham City. That club is like the ex-girlfriend who started off great before they met you, but have since been driven to drink, drugs, and are now sleeping under that park bench. I often pass two of my ex-girlfriends on my way to the shops. I always feel bad when I don't have change. But West Ham, I mean, there were young fans leaving the stadium because it was too dangerous to stay. There were young kids sitting on the Burnley bench because they were too scared. And being forced to spend 5 minutes with the company of Phil Bardsley is something I wouldn't wish on anyone. Yes, the London Stadium is an empty bowl devoid of any soul or hope. And you could make a case that the Davids are strangling the life out of the club. Like, the hint is in the name. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some great Davids in the world of football. Beckham, Statman, De Gea. But then you've got Daves who ended up pissing their talent up a wall, Daves who shoved the referee, and of course Daves whose entire football season rests on the fortunes of Harry Kane. Oh no, wait, sorry, that's Daniel Levy. No, yeah. But to verbally abuse these old men at football matches, it's ridiculous. Almost get your game abandoned by confronting your club captain. First teamer since 2004. Lads. David Gold is 82 years old. Would you walk into a nursing home and start screaming at the nearest pensioner, chucking coins at him because your football team lost? I know I wouldn't. Partly because I'm not allowed back into my local nursing home after all those fires I started. But my point remains. By the end of the game, the owners and their kids actually had to be escorted from the stadium, leaving Sir Trevor Brookie looking like the last old man on the bus, surrounded by nobody and watching the zombie apocalypse unfold in front of him. There is a way to vent against your owners, and I don't think this is it. Bad owners are rife in this sport. Listen, there's probably more bad owners than there are good ones. I don't want to see Sunderland fans demonstrating against Ellis Short by taking a shit on the floor. Well, it might be a bit late for that actually. I don't want to see Newcastle fans rush in the field. Although I bet Sammy Obi is now terrified to score a goal, or at least that's the excuse he's sticking to. Although having said that, it could be worse. A game in Greece was abandoned the weekend because the president of PAOK Salonika rushed the field to confront the referee with a f***ing gun. What? The FA are going to hand down a bitch slap to West Ham, in the same way my boss will when he notices that I actually did mention the West Brom player stealing a taxi 2 weeks ago. Yeah, please don't tell him. You ever gone a week without wearing socks? I don't want to go back to that. But West Ham fans, please tell me. I genuinely want to hear. Do you stand with these supporters? To me, I think any kids going to football stadium should not be leaving scared, alright? So, to me, I think it was ridiculous. But maybe I'm wrong. Tell me. Let me know in the comment section below. I genuinely want to know. But yeah, I think we can all agree on something. Do something about the f***ing stewards. For f***'s sake. Alan Pardew, oh Alan Pardew, what have you done to your career? Clearly nothing, that's why you're in the relegation zone. I don't think even he thinks he's the right man for the West Brom job anymore. I mean, come on, 4-1 at home to Leicester the other day. They're now 8 points adrift of safety. What was the point of getting rid of Tony Pulis if you're just going to bring in Alan Pardew? Since Pardew has come in, he's won about 1 game in 4 months or something, and had half his team go out on the pitch stealing taxis. Allegedly, I think, or to be honest, I don't know. To be honest, I've lost track of what I'm not supposed to talk about anymore. Pardew came out after the Leicester debacle and said, despite what a fan shouted at me, I do still care. You're damn right you care, Pardew, because this is your last chance. If you do get sacked, which is probably going to be 20 seconds after I upload this video, god awful of this connection, it'll probably be another 5 AM job. I don't sleep anymore. But you're going to be chucked right back onto that unemployment heap of managers, except this time you'll never be picked again. This was Pardew's last chance, and he should have just stayed a pundit. He just got so used to getting sacked, he's just anticipating it now. He's almost like that deadbeat husband who's gained £50, gambled away the mortgage, lost the house, drowned the kids, and just knows that his wife was probably upstairs swiping right on Tinder. Once the West Brom boss finds Marco Silva, he's probably going to smash the out of the super like button. There was a lot of talk about Troy Deeney's bollocks over the weekend. Considering his smile alone is enough to cause a mild stroke, I prefer not to have his big sweaty cojones discussed on every morning talk show when I'm tucking into my shreddies. Sorry, Troy, by the way. Actually, that was a bit of a low blow, I must say. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. Except Donald Trump, he looks like a peanut. Anyway, it was a good week for Arsenal. They beat AC Milan 10 years on from when they won in the San Siro in the Champions League. I mean, both sides are just a shadow of what they were. It would be a bit like if Floyd Mayweather had a rematch against Ricky Hatton. I don't know, I'll let you decide which club is now Hatton. 3-0 was the score against Watford. Mustafi, Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang getting off the mark. Did I just say Aubameyang? Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang getting off the mark. Jesus Christ. Arsenal fans celebrated Peter Cech's penalty save, mostly because it was against Mr. Cojones Troy Deeney. Again with the talk about his bollocks, can we not? And also partly because it was the first penalty save of his Emirates career. Lads, will he relax? It's not like he hasn't saved a spot kick in his life. Chelsea fans would probably refer you to the 19th of May 2012, but it wouldn't have concerned you because it involved Champions League glory. The Arsenal fans won't like that one. Then again, what do they like other than a good whinge? Marcus Rashford was unleashed against Liverpool. And inside the opening 25 minutes made Trent Alexander-Arnold wish that he'd chosen a different career. It was quite comfortable. Mo Salah and Firmino were virtually non-existent before Eric Bailly turned into his net to keep things pretty interesting. Tottenham beat Bournemouth 4-1. Dele Alli, Serge Aurier and a doubles from Son Heung-min. Is he the best Asian footballer to play in the Premier League? Just putting it out there, I think he might be the most dangerous. Like, I know Ji-Sung Park was a great player. I mean, Hidetoshi Nakata came with a big reputation before he threw a David Bentley and retired at the age of 29. That's what 6 months under Big Sam will do to you. For England, it's the end of the f***ing world. Harry Kane is injured. I pray to God this isn't going to be another one of those tournaments where we see Sky have a minute-by-minute update of their stricken heroes as their entire hopes rest on the fortune of someone's left ankle. I mean, I still remember the nausea of the 2006 World Cup when Sky were practically telling us what time Rooney was having his morning dump at after he smashed that metatarsal against Chelsea and everyone went into meltdown. Lads, will you relax? He was only going to get sent off against Portugal anyway. It was just round-the-clock updates. Rooney finishes his Weetabix at 11 AM. Rooney goes to the gym at 2 PM. Rooney cheats on his wife at 4 PM. Sorry Wayne, that was a joke, alright? Joke. I wouldn't even accuse you of cheating at Pictionary. The man probably couldn't even spell Pictionary. I think Kane should be okay and will return for you in time for the World Cup. Bad week for Gaetan Bong. Jay Rodriguez has stepped up and contested a racism charge pulled against him. And not only that, but he then went and put through his net against Everton. Brighton went on to lose that game 2-0. Cenk Tosun scored his second in 2 games. I've said it before, how the f*** is Mauricio Pellegrino still in a job? Oh. So this is what happens when I edit my videos at night. Yes, I know Pellegrino by now has been sacked, so you can just ignore the next couple of minutes of absolute bollocks. It's ridiculous. I've done a fan view on it. Oh, did someone say fan views? You can check out Geordie Boot Boys for all Newcastle United fan views. How's that for a seamless plug? Now, fair play to the Magpies. Did a great job. 3-0. Kennedy scored 2 great goals. Matt Ritchie's back on form. Finally back to scoring goals and kicking the shit out of the corner flag. You sack your manager for finishing 8th and reaching a cup final, but you don't even flinch when your next one has you sailing towards the championship. It's like if I broke up with a French supermodel. It could happen. Before choosing to, let's be honest, propose to a woman who drinks a pint of vodka every night, chain smokes every morning, batters the cat and thinks my scarf is ugly. It's just ludicrous. I don't know what the Southampton board are doing, because that was, honest to God, the most comfortable win of the season for Newcastle, and Newcastle have not been having a comfortable season. Close but no cigar seems to be the theme of the week for Crystal Palace. 3-2 defeat against Man United, 2-1 against Chelsea. Not bad results, 0 points though. I think they'll be fine. They have 8 games left, they have enough quality to stay up. Then Huddersfield, you missed a big chance. You were playing against Swansea City, a relegation rival, and they had 10 men for 80 minutes of the game after Jordan Ayew got sent off for a crazy tackle. Like, Huddersfield have done so well this season. I predicted that they would finish slap bang bottom of the league, giving Derby County of 10 years ago a run for their money. But they've done very well, but this was a massive opportunity. If they'd won this game, they'd be inching their way to survival. Anyway, that's the end of the video, lads. Cheers for watching. If you have enjoyed, give it a like, give it a share, and a subscribe. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while.